Hi, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hey, Joe.
Welcome to the Soulbook Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time.
Or over two as I'm currently doing. My head.
Sometimes twice. You'll find out later.
I am so sorry.
This is going to be a short video because,
Pull.
one, I've only stitched on two things this week. Two, it is 89 degrees here at 6:34 tonight with a feels like temperature of 94 degrees. I know it's nothing compared to the Pacific Northwest, but my butt's going in the pool as quick as it can because I'm hot.
I don't, you know what? That's one of the things. I don't care who else is hot. Get your own pool. I thought I was such an evil jackass on that. I know you're hot.
How's y'all? Thanks, honey. How's y'all's week been? We had a good week. It hasn't been a bad week. I mean, Saturday was a super busy market day, which was a good thing, but I've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we were very busy, so my stitching was not as much as I normally. In all honesty, it's a double-edged sword. For my stitching, it stinks, and I'm trying to find different ways of stitching because my chair is not comfortable to stitch in anymore.
So, it's been a busy week. This coming week is going to be, I don't know, it's not going to be super busy. It's going to be hot again tomorrow.
I haven't figured out how to cross stitch with hand-dyed fabrics in a pool.
I haven't figured out how to cross stitch in a pool.
The whole hand-dyed fabric might really make it bad, though, wouldn't it? With the bleach, the chlorine, I mean.
You hurt my precious hand-dyes.
You see me taking them out of anywhere near that pool.
Just going to kind of be a week. I've got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to be working, and I have to get my car oil changed tomorrow because I haven't done it in a while. I lost my job and I stopped driving, and it just kind of was like...
Yeah, I was kind of like, HUD, when's the last time we got an oil change? You told me, and I'm like, you might want to go get one. I know the miles don't say it, but there is also a time frame.
I know there's a time frame, and I'm well over the 3-month time frame. But we are close on the miles, so it probably will be dinging soon anyway. So today I went and stitched with some of the lovely ladies from our guild, and I had a good time. A lovely little afternoon, little cafe. It's called Grande Roast Cafe. I can't remember the actual name of it. It's part of what is called Creative Living, which is I'm assuming a not-profit, but it's an organization that helps able-bodied people with exceptionalities, work, and that's the staffing at the cafe, and we had a good time and enjoyed ourselves greatly. So that's been the week. I mean,
this is the part where I talk about comments.
4th of July is Sunday, so
that's going to be interesting.
Can't be any more interesting than Saturday was.
No talkie, no talkie, no talkie. You bring that up, I'm hitting the stop button.
We're not talking about it.
Andrea? Goat mama. Yo mama.
By the way, Angie thought that was hilarious, your reaction to Goat Mama last week.
Bridget, Pauline, Mad Morty, Lynn.
And I cannot tell you
Thank you for the happy birthday wishes.
Just about everybody was like, to Joe's, you're awesome, when we did announcements last week. Everybody was like, you are awesome. You guys are the best. You guys really are the best. You are the best.
No, it also helps that you're awesome.
Andrea asked about how I count my stitches, and I think it would be easiest if I talk about that when we do whips. So I will
talk about whips.
So we're going to talk about whips, and I'll go over how I do my stitch counting.
Brain, ow. Next stage.
Whips.
There's the part where I start moving.
Please.
You're
Let's
no
show them your whips.
fun.
Your whip.
This is Nora Corbett, Evanora. Did I mispronounce that?
Nora Corbett. You got the Evanora part right.
And this is on what?
It's on 32 count, handed by the Slowback Farm Heirloom.
Oh, heirloom. Okay. I couldn't tell if it was heirloom or dirt road.
It's heirloom. It's not dark enough to be dirt road.
I got a little bit in, like today.
Okay, like I said, I've only stitched on 2 whips this week.
This is also because this is my first time using even weave. It's a little tricky for me. I might not do it again.
I started the week with our favorite Lady of the Flag.
Lady who's on the home stretch.
You guys saw some of my stitching from Monday on her, but then I ended up putting 709 stitches in total on her on this week. She is stitched on a piece of 32 count handed by the Silver Farm in the For Your Waist color cut. Could you help, please? Thanks.
No.
Working on the banner across her bottom. Now, so when we talk about
Out of context, that was hysterical.
context, that was pretty funny. So when we talk about counting our stitches, I have a couple different ways that I count my stitches. One way, like I'm doing on Lady of the Flag, is I will, like here you can see the what's going to make up the base of the letter. I'll stitch that and then count that color. Like I'll stitch color block, count the color. On something like this, that works really well and is super easy. Just stitch color block, count it. Or, like stitch the sparkly down in here. That works. That's what I do, and that's overall what I do generally.
If we do that.
Yes, we can put her down. Generally, that's how I count my stitches. And then I have my happy planner that's got my blocks for each day. I put my stitch count on there. I used her for a couple challenges. I didn't write them down. I forgot them. Oh, I know I didn't write them down because I used them as I did alternative stitches for each of the challenges that I used her for because I didn't have anything that fit the challenges. I don't have anything for the challenges that were posted on Friday, so this is the high stitch count week where the stitch count is like 300 and 400. I'm just gonna skip it. Make myself not crazy.
Can I do my smartest suggestion for counting stitches?
What?
Tell them how I do it.
What?
I bought a multicolored pack of highlighters, and I just highlight what I do, and I do about 5 or 6 lines, and I count them up per line and write the number. It works really good on like monochromatics, like I like to do. And then I just write down, like, when I get done with the color block, I write it down on a piece of paper. Then I do another block of the highlighted color, not the floss color. And that way I can break it up into like little batches, like 50 or 100. And then just keep that going, have a running tally next to it.
And I do a running tally, so like 15 stitches in this color, 15 stitches in that color, so on and so forth. Now, the other whip that I worked on, I started my Nora Corbett Claire. What?
The not so crazy with the horns one is Evan Nora. The one with all the crazy ones is Claire. I like how the simplicity of the name is opposite to the simplicity of the image.
Oh, there you go. Mine is also stitched on Hand Dyed by the Slovak Farm 32 count heirloom, even weave.
Ooh. Not her, don't worry about it.
Doesn't that look lovely? This is the second time I've stitched the outline. I got to almost close last night and realized it was supposed to be closed where I was stitching, and it was not. So I had to rip out. Where I thought the problem was not where the problem was, and I ended up pulling out more. I actually probably pulled out more than necessary with the original mistake. Had I found the original found the mistake the first time, the actual mistake the first time. But oh well. I am almost done with the outline. It does look like it's going to meet up. I have counted and double counted and triple counted and so when I count something like now, so like with this, I basically what I did was I just did my stitches for the night and then counted them. I did just count what I had done today on this because we needed a certain amount of stitches for the pirate battle game. So, and when I go to start filling this in, now the reason I'm doing the outline, excuse me, this way is when I get the outline done, this is going to become my travel project. Because all I'll have to do is fill in the black. That was my plan. That was what I thought was a great idea. It has not been a great idea. It will be a great idea when I'm done.
Yeah, then the frog came over and danced all up on your party.
Yeah. So, and when I get to that point, I will just stitch a row. I'll do the bottom leg of the X's, since it's just 310 black. You don't have to worry about doing individual stitches. I'll do the bottom leg of the X's, count it, mark it down, cross back over, do the bottom leg of the X's, count it, mark it down. That way. So those are kind of my methods for counting. It just kind of depends on what I'm working on and what works best with how it counts, I guess. If you do count stitches, you gotta figure out what's gonna work best for you. Because I don't know that anybody's method is the same exactly.
I mean, the only real reason why I use the pattern is because they're usually blocked off by tens.
Right.
So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 here, 2 there. Okay, 3, 2, 5, 4 tens. I got 45. That's legit how I count them.
And when you do full coverage,
Or monos.
Well, full coverage is a little bit different than monochromatics.
Oh.
But full coverage is kind of a little bit, I guess, quote unquote, easier because you're doing those 10 by 10 blocks and it's every single stitch. So you know there's 100 stitches in that 10 by 10 block. And if you use the Pattern Keeper app, it counts your stitches for you.
That's how you're supposed to do a full coverage? Whoops. That is not how I'm doing it.
That's not how you.
So I'm just pointing out.
Everybody does it differently. A lot of people do what's called parking. So they will do and I don't understand parking. So they do it one way and they have threads everywhere. And don't ask me how it works because I don't understand it. I look at it and say, okay, I need to do X number 100 of stitches. 300, 200, 300, 400. Okay, these so many blocks, 2, 3, 4 blocks are close to each other. So I will go through and within those selected blocks to get to my whatever 100 number of stitches, I'll cross country and just do and color complete in that box. That way I don't have threads off, I'm not confused. Because I have done parking on some other projects. No.
And then there's the weird way I do it where I just pick on the first page, I just pick the color with the most symbols and I stitch that one. Then I do the second most ones. I do it by page.
Some people will just take a piece of scrap paper and write down their stitches. Like I counted, I did so many stitches for this. Okay, I'm going to post it for whatever I need to and move on. I do keep it for tracking purposes. Tell you guys, I don't know how many total number of stitches I did this week. I do know that with clear 598 total, including what I frogged. Because you get to count what you frogged as long as you post it. And the challenge groups. Most challenge groups, if you have to frog, you kind of say, okay, well, I'm at this number of stitches and I have to frog, so then you go on and you do your frogging. You say, okay, I did all my frogging, I'm going to start again. And you do get to recount those stitches. Because technically you are putting those stitches in twice. I do need to, once, I know, someone's going to see it. If you notice, there's a shadow from where I pulled out the black thread on the light fabric. Once they meet up, I'm going to take some painter's tape and kind of just dab it across it and see if I can get some of that to pull out. There is some stitching in and around where those shadow lines are, so it won't be horrible. But that's been my stitching this week, though.
Everybody in the comment section give Laura a hug.
I was so very sad this week.
Sad
I was
and furious.
Well, I got real furious when I realized I had frogged everything on that one side, and I didn't really need to. I could have made it so much simpler on myself, but whatever. Build character? I do have haul, because I found something that I bought that I forgot to show you guys.
I have weird haul.
I thought I would have more haul because I have an order coming from Winchell that has personal stuff in it. And I have an order coming from Hoffman's that has personal stuff in it, but neither one of them have gotten here yet. So.
Next FaceTime?
Mm-hmm. Haul, y'all.
Yeehaw! Basically, I got new glasses. I can actually see the pattern.
He didn't get them till Friday, so Thursday when we were starting our 4 bits for his birthday, he's like, I can't see. I gave him my magnifiers. Did that help any?
Yeah, get me a pair of those. It was actually, my old glasses were actually not fitting right anymore either. So I couldn't get my glasses and that thing to fit at the same time. Like, I don't need the magnifier. I just need that rechargeable light.
See, and that's why I got the thing, because it's the rechargeable light, so you don't have to put batteries in it. It's
so
it's
one
not
of those
as
would
heavy.
be appreciated.
So I will look into getting you one. But yeah, I mean, I don't use my magnifiers. I use the light more because I need the light.
Yeah, it's just I can actually see the holes now. Like, trying to do even weave with my old glasses would have been like pinning the tail on the donkey blindfolded, but you're trying to make X's with it.
Okay. I got the 2022 Keepsakes calendar, cross-stitch calendar. 12, there's actually 13 because there's December of 2021. Different patterns. I do find this calendar very adorable. I find the patterns in it, the patterns are very adorable. I'm not sure where 2021 got packed away to. I'll find it. One thing that's nice is you get the calendar with what the patterns look like in the calendar, but then you get the instruction booklet separate.
Sweet.
Yes, and then you get a little pocket calendar that's got this little guy.
Cute!
Yes.
You get the pattern for that?
Yes, you get the pattern for this. Yes, you get
Double cute!
And I love this because it says bloom where you are planted. I can order the calendar, the Keepsakes calendar, through Winchell if you want it and you did not get it. I don't know if you get the pocket calendar with it because I didn't actually look. I just saw that it popped up that you can order it. I can order it at the shop through Winchell. So that's it for the haul.
The monkey pushes the button.
So this one time when we were foster parents, our 3-year-old foster child, him and the foster child were goofing off, and I said, that moment when you look around and realize this is your circus and there are your monkeys. He turned around and looked at me and made monkey noises. The kid, not this one, but I can tell you where he got it from. Plans and announcements.
As I told her, actually, how did I put that? I have weird,
Psycho and WTF.
those are my modes. Normal and I are not even, we're not even speaking. Normal tried to make me be normal and it felt weird, so I told her, leave me alone.
There you go. Plans?
I have no. I'm going to go back to basics and try to figure out a different way of stitching more comfortably. Because, in all honesty, I don't think a lot of people mention this, but being comfortable while stitching
Is a high priority.
And I need to either get creative, which, yeah, I'm crazy enough to do that, or something, because I actually think I just need something to hold my pattern better. And I have a few ideas. Some of them might cost money. Some of them might just be tearing apart other things and then applying glue. That is an unrehearsed actual response to me saying I'm going to take things apart and use glue. Because she knows how creative I get when I start to do that. And the weird stuff I come up with.
There you go.
Would you like to know what the crazy ideas? Remember that one light we got that from Heather that we don't really need that has a really nice arm to it?
Yes.
I was going to take the lamp off and glue my
Okay.
clipboard onto it.
Okay then. Well, I can tell you that my plan is to make felines on Claire meat come heaven or high water. Get that meat. And then I'm gonna go back to Lady of the Flag. And that's that. Because I want to get Lady of the Flag done. Oh, and I'm gonna go jump in my pool when we're done.
Part of the reason why we're not going to be stitching as much is pull.
Announcements. I don't know what announcements we have.
Pull.
Cool. Next week's video may come out at a funky time. What's your day off for the holiday? Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then it'll probably be on time. My mini-me niece is visiting next week with my parents a week. So, but if you're off on Monday, we can do it Monday morning.
So next week I will. I have mornings and I are not friends, but we've been forced to be acquaintances thanks to work.
At some point, we'll actually get a shop update video put up. I can tell you that as far as flosses go, with what I'm carrying Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, Kreinik, Gloriana, Karen Collection. I need to email Rainbow Gallery and see if I can get in there on their thing.
So everybody but DMC?
No. There's several buts. I am not carrying DMC only because for me to make money off of it, I have to charge you like twice of what you can pay for it at like Joanne Fabrics, etc. So it just isn't economical for me to do that. I will order Anchor Black if you wish to use Anchor Black over DMC Black and order it through me. It'll be about $1 a skein, which is about what DMC would cost. The thing is, with DMC, Anchor, and Sullivan's, I have to order a box of 12. So, I am ordering Sullivan's for sale because I can offer those at about 50 cents a skein. And Sullivan's is a US-based company. So, do like that. We'll see how storage of those goes. Shouldn't be too bad. And I stitch with Sullivan's, so because they are cheaper.
I have an idea for that. A pegboard.
When you see how the boxes are packaged, you'll understand why that's not going to work.
Oh, I thought the Sullivan's were the ones on the card.
No.
Ew.
They look like a skein like DMC.
Oh, then you would want to get either a tackle tray or a tool grid kit, like what they used to keep screws in.
Yes.
Which actually looks exactly like what the storefront for DMC has, but it's on sliders.
Sullivan's has the same sort of setup with theirs for storefront for their flosses. You don't want to know how much it costs.
That's it. Buy it.
No. Where am I going to put that?
It all depends on whether or not it comes with wall hangers.
No, I will show you what it looks like. No.
You're no fun.
That's it for the week. What would we like people to do?
Like, comment, share, subscribe, bell notification, thingy me Bobby, the YouTube spiel.
Do the YouTube things.
Only this many people. Can't even do it.
Getting yelled at by a cat. So, alright guys, thanks for hanging with us. I know it's a short video. That's where I'm at with my stitching right now. I just want to focus on stuff. So, we'll see y'all next week. Have a safe and happy 4th of July if you are in the States. Be safe, please.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in Canada, have a wonderful Canada Day, because that is the 1st, which is Friday. Bye!
Bye!